So I just had a day that made me reflect on how amazingly lucky I am. That's a theme that runs through my life. It's like, how was I blessed with this life? But this day was a mastermind day with some amazing friends and mastermind partners, people that I've been working with, partners, masterminding with for, in many cases, over a decade. People like Brendan Burchard and Eben Pagan and Dean Graziosi, and of course Joe Polish was there. And that just scratches the surface. If I start naming names, I'll get in trouble. But yeah, it was a small group. I think there's 12 or 13 of us. And we spent the day talking about what's working in our business, about some of the challenges we have in our business. And I'm just looking around, I'm like, it's just somehow I met these people and somehow I convinced them that I was worth hanging out with. And for like I said, over a decade, for some of these folks, I've been able to mastermind with them and build our businesses together. And along the way, these folks and a few others, I mean, we've sort of built this industry. We've created this industry. And it's just, it's so amazing to me, where it all started from. For me, my journey was, I started my business almost 21 years ago now, and sort of was in this wilderness, all trying to do it alone, trying to figure it out alone, and having some success because I stumbled onto a few key ingredients that would make all the difference. Like, I focused on building a list, and I focused on creating a process that actually would make sales and convert. And I was really careful that I didn't try to pretend to be big and corporate, that I would just speak in a normal voice to the people on my email list. And that all worked, and then I stumbled onto this launch process, and then I taught a few. But this is the key, I got out to a live event, and I just tried to build value for everyone that I met, which is just sort of how I go through my life. Not to pat myself on the back too much, but I'm just a nice guy, and I just try to help people out. And I went to a live event and made a few contacts, and then went to another live event and made a few more contacts, just looking to deliver value and help people first. Sometimes you go to a live event and people are practicing. It's like a friend of mine called this T-bone marketing. It was like sometimes you're at an event, especially if you've built up some type of a stature or reputation, and it's almost like you've got a T-bone steak tied around your leg, and all these other, there's people that are there, they just see you as a piece of meat. They're like pit bulls, they want that T-bone and they're after you, and that's not how you make relationships. Business is just like life. It's not like or it's like dating. It's not like you go on a first date and you ask the person to marry you on that first date, right? It's about creating relationships, and you do that by finding things in common and building value, delivering value first. That's what my entire marketing process is about. What Product Launch Formula is about building value first. So for some reason, in the last 10, 12, 13, 14 years, there's a group of us that just got to know each other, and we get along really well, and we help each other out, and we trade favors back and forth, and I really think that because of these relationships with some of these key friends and partners that I've built, I believe that I could lose everything in my business. I could lose everything, and I would have nothing to offer them. But if I went to them and said, "Boy, I'm in a world of hurt. Could you help me out? Could you promote for me? I'm starting over from scratch. I've got nothing to give you, but I'm starting over from scratch, and I've put together this offer. Can you help me out? Can you promote for me?" And I'd be, back in business in a few weeks' time. that's my belief because of these friends I've built. And so what does this all have to do with you? I mean, like, this is it's a great story, Jeff. Thanks for taking me down memory lane. But the reality is you can have the same thing. I mean, I was in this moment in time back a decade or more ago when I started building these relationships. But the reality is those kind of relationships are forming all the time in business. And you just, you have to get out there. First of all, I preach this over and over. Get out and meet people. Stop hiding behind your computer. I'm an introvert, like most of the people watching this video. Most of the people following me are introverts. I think probably I attract introverts because I am an introvert. But the reality is you got to get out and meet people. The best way to do that is live events, in my opinion. You can send emails back and forth. You can send tweets back and forth all day long, and that's great for laying the groundwork. But getting out to live events is where it's at. And it doesn't have to, you don't have to, just find a local event and get there and start to deliver value. And look for the people you resonate with. Look for the people you want to be friends with. Look for the people. This is a good sort of test. The people you would want to have dinner with a second time. In other words, you had dinner with them once and, well, that was great. I'd like to have dinner with them a second time. Life is too short to sit there and build partnerships and build relationships with people you don't resonate with. So when you get out to the live events, look for someone that you do resonate with, that you just want to be friends with. That's what's worked for me. I don't know, maybe I'm an anomaly. Maybe, I'm just like a unicorn and I just happen to like the people, create friendships with people that end up building great things. But, to me, I'm not interested, because I've met people out there that are doing great things, that would be great partners, but, we just didn't resonate with each other. It doesn't make them bad or good. It just makes them, there's some people that you resonate with, some people that are going to be your friends. And so that's what's always worked for me is I go every event I go to, I'm trying to make one friend. It's not like I'm trying to make 100 contacts. It's not like I'm walking around the yellow pad and walking up to everyone and saying, what's your email address? What's your email address? I'm just looking to find someone that maybe I go out to lunch with and this person's pretty cool. And then we end up trading our cell numbers and we end up texting back and forth and we end up building a relationship. So I don't know, maybe I'm just in a reflective mood right after such a great day with these friends that I've known forever and we've built great things with and we've changed the world, changed the marketing world together. But yeah, that's, you can have this. You can go out and you can build a mastermind. You can build those kind of partnerships, those kind of relationships. And in the end, to me, that's what makes this business worthwhile. I love, I've got a crazy income. I get to make this huge impact. I get to work with amazing clients. But how fun is it that I get to do this with buddies, with friends of mine that have been friends for so long and that we've done such crazy stuff together with. So I'm Jeff Walker. Wherever you're watching, scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.